Welcome to the Best Celebrity channel. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content from us. Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Dan Schneider's expose for grooming kids. But before we begin with today's video, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Also, make sure to like this video. So let's jump right in. Dan the Man. Some of us may not know who Dan Schneider is, but I may have come across his work. iCarly, Drake and Josh, All That, The Amanda Show, and many others were created by this man. Normally he should be branded a hero by putting smiles on our faces, or our kids in some of our cases. It's expected that such a person that gets to work with children often would aspire to be more of a role model, you know? Like the cool fun uncle we all have. Unfortunately for Schneider, this was not the case. Back in 2018, in a joint statement with Nickelodeon, he mentioned that they mutually agreed to part ways. This was a bit off, given that he worked there since the 80s in different capacities. It was now time to actually find out why he left.
You orange? Are you official orange from now on?
The expose. According to sources, it's believed that the decision to part ways with Schneider was a long time coming. According to Deadline, Schneider was cancelled because of multiple complaints of abusive behavior by members of Schneider's staff and well-documented temper issues. The report says Schneider worked under a cloud of suspicion because of relationships with young stars on his shows, and notes he shared photos of actresses' toes on social media. Want to hear something even more shocking? All the way back in 2011, Schneider had been accused of being a child abuser, an upcoming pedophile, one would say. But why, do you ask? Anonymous, a hacktivist group. They released a video in which they announced they were going to fight Schneider because they had reasons to believe he was sexually abusing children on his show. Is there any evidence to back this up? He didn't do it, one might think. Well, there's been several instances where Schneider himself has exposed himself in ways that made us cringe.
A D? I've always gotten
Foot fetish. Back in 2013, the official Twitter account for Sam and Cat, which is one of the shows created by Schneider, put out a tweet asking kids to submit photos of their feet. Innocent and unsuspecting children who were fans of the show did what was asked and sent in pictures of their feet. Normally this wouldn't have been a big deal. The only problem was that this wasn't the only instance Schneider was caught discussing young children's feet, including the toes on social media. Over the years, Schneider had been tweeting cryptic and bizarre tweets about his stars' feet and toes. This included posting pictures of young girls' toes and asking his followers to guess whose toes among the stars they belonged to. This public display of his foot fetish is definitely not the type of behavior you would expect from someone used to professionally work with children. We're not saying that having a fetish is bad, but extending that towards children is a whole level of crazy.
Hey!
Hi, what's going on here?
Sexualized scenes. Those that were keen enough to notice would see that some of the scenes in the shows were highly sexualized. Remember, Nickelodeon's a kids channel, so marked for grooming, and thank heavens for editors and deleted those scenes. The most memorable one is a really inappropriate clip from a behind the scenes of The Amanda Show, where Schneider's in a hot tub with Amanda, and remember when Bynes had a high-profile public breakdown and accused her father of sexually abusing her? A statement she later retracted. Doesn't it make you wonder if the sexual abuse was from a father figure instead of her biological father? So many questions, very little answers. Too broken. Some of the stars seemed too broken years after leaving the show. An example is Ariana Grande and her choice of men. Pete Davidson, Grande's ex-boyfriend, shared during his stand-up routine about wanting to do a very bad thing. Was Grande already so desensitized to pedophilic ideas from years of exploitation and grooming in the entertainment industry that she wasn't bothered by this? In her defense, though, they'd already broken up. In conclusion, the accusations against Dan Schneider and the possible abuse of the child stars on his shows are all mostly speculation. However, these speculations aren't unfounded. If you take a moment to think about what has happened in the personal lives of child stars from Schneider's shows. Why do so many of them end as troubled adults with dysfunctional lives? It's simply the nature of the show business that child actors are doomed to grow up with a multitude of problems in life. Take an example of Jamie Lynn Spears, Britney Spears' younger sister. The star of Zoe 101 ended up having a baby at 16, and we're not blaming Schneider or anyone for that, but it is what it is and fingers are pointing. Dan Schneider has never come out to deny these allegations. As traumatizing as it may have been for those kids, having to work in a toxic environment, it's amazing to see them grow and overcome by leaving their past behind them.
We haven't had to use it in a long time. But
I said lots of nice things.
So I said nice things about you too.
Oh.
But this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.